All right, let's settle a huge debate for anyone building with AI right now. It's time for the vector database showdown. Pinecone versus Weaviate versus Chroma. Okay, let's get right into it. So here's what we're going to do. First, we'll talk about the core problem, the dilemma so many of you are facing. Then we'll properly introduce our three main contenders. After that, we're going to put them head to head, look at the key differences, and then, this is the important part, figure out which one is the right fit for your project. And, of course, we'll wrap it all up with a final verdict. So let's kick things off with Section 1, the Vector DB Dilemma. And believe me, if you're in this space, you felt this. You're building a RAG system, a retrieval augmented generation system, and you suddenly realize, wow, there are a lot of choices. It can feel pretty overwhelming, right? And you know that picking the wrong database early on can cause some serious headaches down the line. These are the big three that just keep popping up everywhere, and our whole goal today is to cut through all that noise. We're going to give you a super clear framework so you can confidently pick the right tool for whatever it is you're building. All right, let's move on and properly meet these contenders. Each one really has its own personality, its own reason for being. First up, we've got Pinecone. The best way to think of Pinecone is as the managed professional. It's a fully managed, premium service. Its whole reason for existing is to make your life easy and handle absolutely massive scale without you having to lift a finger on the infrastructure side. Next is Weaviate, which I call the powerful customizer. This thing is just packed with features, like native hybrid search, but its real superpower is flexibility. You can use their cloud service, sure, but you can also host it yourself for total control and data privacy. It's for when you want to pop the hood and tune the engine. And last but not least, we have Chroma, the friendly starter. It's free, it's open source, and it is so incredibly easy to get going with. Seriously, if you want to get a vector database up and running in just a few minutes, Chroma is your best friend. Okay, so we know who they are. Now for the fun part. Let's put them side by side. Section 3, key differences compared. We're going to focus on the trade-offs that really matter. Let's start with the one on everybody's mind, cost. And honestly, it's pretty black and white. Pinecone is a paid service, end of story. Chroma is 100% free and open source. And Weaviate, well, it plays both fields. You can self-host it for free, or you can pay for their managed cloud version. And this chart just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? You've got Chroma on one end, costing you absolutely nothing. Pinecone is the premium, paid-for option on the other end, and Weaviate's cloud service sits right there in the middle. This is probably going to be the very first filter you use to make your choice. Okay, next up, how much of a headache are these to get started with? Pinecone is generally seen as the easiest. Its API is clean, and the fact that it's managed means you don't worry about servers. But Chroma is also incredibly simple. It's famous for getting started with just a pip install. Weaviate is the most powerful of the three, but with that power comes a little more setup. Now, what about the bells and whistles, the features? Well, there's a clear hierarchy. Weaviate is the king here, no question, especially with its built-in hybrid search. Pinecone has a really solid, robust feature set that's perfect for production. And Chroma, it focuses on absolutely nailing the basics to get you up and running fast. So how do you actually make a decision? That brings us to Section 4, and this one's all about you. Which one is for you? Let's walk through some really common scenarios. First up, let's say you're just getting your feet wet. You're learning about vector search, maybe you're building a quick proof of concept for a weekend project or a hackathon. What do you reach for? Oh, this is a no-brainer. It has to be Chroma. Why? Well, it costs you $0, you can get it running in literally minutes, and it's just perfect for that early development and experimentation phase. You get all the core stuff you need with absolutely no commitment. Okay, completely different scenario. Imagine you work at a big company. You have super strict data privacy rules, and the security team is breathing down your neck saying, no data leaves our servers. What's the play? In this world, Weaviate is your champion. Being able to self-host it is the absolute killer feature. It gives you that total control, that total privacy that big companies need. Plus, it has the deep feature set to handle all the complex compliance stuff they're going to throw at you. All right, final scenario. You're at a startup, and speed is everything. You're launching a product you hope will scale to millions of users, and you just don't have time to be a database administrator. This is Pinecone's home turf. It was literally built for this exact situation. Because it's fully managed, your team can focus on the product, not the plumbing. It's battle-tested, it's super reliable, and it is, without a doubt, the fastest way to get a production-ready vector search system live. All right, we've met the players, we've compared their stats, and we've run them through the scenarios. It's time to bring it all together for Section 5, the final verdict. And here it is. This is the cheat sheet, the slide you might want to pause and screenshot. It lays out everything we've talked about all in one place. You can see those trade-offs so clearly. Pinecone is all about managed service and scale. Weaviate is about features and control. And Chroma is about development and, of course, cost. But let's make it even simpler. Think of it like a quick quiz. Step 1. Is your #1 priority managed simplicity and massive scale? Go with Pinecone. Step 2. Do you need all the features and the absolute control of self-hosting? Pick Weaviate. And step 3. Are you driven by zero cost and a fantastic, easy developer experience? Then you start with Chroma. It really is that straightforward. And that's a wrap. We've laid out the map, the key differences, the decision framework, pretty much everything you need. So the only question left is the big one. Based on your project, your team, and your goals, which one are you going to build with?